Hello, 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 wherever you are in the world. This is Col from Ignite Your Inner Potential. So I've just gone for my morning walk with the kittens. People love to see the kittens there. There's Coco on a pink lead, looking very glossy there. And there's Elvis, looking rather curious, chasing the blossom as it's falling off the trees. So guys, this morning I wanted to just have a brief conversation around how I'm seeing, we are all seeing the world, not just the country but the world, coming together around this common enemy, if you like, as it's been very often touted, the coronavirus. What we're seeing happening in the world is this huge mindset shift around unity, around, this whole phrase, almost like a Second World War kind of phraseology. We're in it together, community spirit, and all of these kind of things. I don't know about you guys, and I'm sure you did just as much as I did. 8 o'clock yesterday evening, we stood outside with our pots and pans banging away, and we stopped just to listen to the noise around us and the appreciation from around our housing estate, where people were screaming, shouting, banging pots and pans, clapping, letting off fireworks. I think for me that demonstrated how the country is really coming together to appreciate those people who very often are neglected in life, that we don't really recognize in life for the effort that they pour in. The NHS, the key workers, the dustbin men, who still keep us, keep our streets clean, really, essentially, and help to deal with those more simpler things in life that we take for granted. And of course, all those people who are still in shops, supermarkets, serving us and making sure we get food on our plate, the farmers out there who are still working to make sure the supply chain is there so that we get our basic essentials. There are so many so many hidden workers out there that are helping to keep the country going at this moment in time, and I think it's very important that we recognize all of these. And then there are those heroes that are just coming out of the woodwork and doing some incredible work. And you've probably heard and been watching with massive interest, as I have, the story of Captain Tom Moore. Captain Tom Moore, a World War II veteran who set out to raise maybe £1,000. He was thinking, maybe £1,000. If I can get to £1,000, it'd be great. And he goes on to raise, I think it's 18 million it's standing at right now for the NHS, just by walking 100 laps of his garden. What an incredible feat, and what an incredible human being, what an incredible leader. And it's these kind of leaders that we really need to be listening to at this moment in time. Because also emerging from all of this, while over the governments of the world are all doing what they can to keep their countries safe and keep their economies going and keep their people safe and reduce the number of deaths and all these kind of things, which is the number one priority for any single government or right-minded government in the world. Of course, none of us could have appreciated, none of us have really ever experienced anything of this scale. And I was listening to a debate around the lack of PPE in hospitals, which is a really sad thing. But a lady was talking about, the logistics behind it all and how we are all in this competitive market. Every country wants this PPE. It is not easy to get hold of. We've started manufacturing from the likes of Barber and Burberry, started manufacturing PPE from their factories, whereas normally they would be producing high quality, high-end garments. All of this is demonstrable of how a community can come together and how a country can come together. But within all of this, what I find really frustrating is the negativity, the armchair politicians, the people who are spreading all sorts of untested conspiracy theories. And I think we need to be very mindful of these people that are out there, because actually are they serving us in any way? And I don't believe they are. I've put a couple of posts up over the last few days, and I've seen some of these people coming out of the woodwork and arguing and coming out with all sorts of theories and criticisms of people who are trying to do the very best that they can with the limited knowledge that they've got. It's hard to step up to leadership when you're in these very, very challenging circumstances and situations. This is untested waters, untested charted territory for us, all of us, including the leaders of the world. And everyone is responding in different ways. Hopefully they're all coming from the same position and trying to do the right thing. There are a few despots out there who are doing some crazy things that you just can't believe. Like, you know, I hear about the Brazilian Prime Minister who's still in a state of denial around coronavirus, and there's something else happening in Belarus where there's also this denial about coronavirus. I mean, that's just crazy stuff for me, and I hope the people of that country don't suffer as a consequence. But we all can be stepping up as leaders right now. I know it's hard. I know it's, you know, we're all sat here at home. We're thinking, what do I do? We're all worried about our jobs, and the economy is being affected. And I feel for those people whose businesses are being affected and livelihoods are being affected right now. I really feel for those people. But the sooner we get this done, the sooner we can get back to normality and a much more productive and healthy economy for ourselves, for our loved ones, and for the country at large. But in order for us to do this, we need to stay positive. We need to stay focused on the end goal, and the end goal is to get us all through this safely. So unity is what it's all about. We all need to be unified against one thing, not against each other, but against one thing, and that's coronavirus. And not just coronavirus in this country, but coronavirus across the world, because we live in such a global world now that even if we resolve it in this country but it's not resolved elsewhere, there is still a good chance that it can be coming back into this country. So my message today is, no matter how hard this might be for you right now, stay unified, understand the long-term goal, understand what it is that we're all trying to achieve, where we're trying to get to. We're trying to get to that new sense of normality, to safety, and just be, hang on a minute, kitten's going all over the place now, and just be focused on that end goal. We will get there. We will get there. We'll come to a new state of normality. It won't be normality as we remember it from, you know, just a few weeks ago, but we will get into a new state of normality. But we won't get there if we are disjointed, if we're not focused, if we're not unified, and if we don't maintain that overall community spirit of positivity and hope. Thank you so much. God bless you all. I hope you keep safe, and I will speak to you very soon. Bye bye.